Hey guys, Michael here. Hey, I've got some wonderful stuff for you guys today. It's on different types of energy, and this is very important for when you're actually going to be doing a lot more stuff than others just with your own energy. Now, this is where it starts to get a bit more advanced and you start playing with a lot more stuff. Now, there's a couple types of energies you've got to know about. I'm not going to mention them all, but here's a few that you should know about, and I'll mention a few other miscellaneous ones and kind of what they're about. All right. All right. First off, right here, you're going to have the. Oh wow, this is really. Oh, that marker's dead. So what do we have here? Yeah, I don't think we got our bag of goodies over here. Ah, and there's no markers. Great. Let's see. Oh, we actually have a pen here. All right. Oh, and it works. Nice. Elemental energy. Okay, can you see that? Okay, we've got elemental energy. Actually, you know what would be a better idea is if I do this here. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to open up. Okay. Okay, I'm going to share the screen with you guys. All right. Now, the first one you have here is energy, elemental energy. Now, what are some of the types of elemental energy? You probably heard them all. Fire, earth, water, and air. And you know, there is the spirit, and some say that the spirit shouldn't be included in here, but I'm just going to include it here anyways. Now, what a lot of people don't do is they don't tell what they're about and what they exactly do here. Now, some of the things here of what they do here is like earth, it's very heavy, it's earthy, it's thickening, grounding, it's slowing, it's solidifying. And so I'm going to write that next to earth here. All right. It's heavy, earthy, thickening, grounding, slowing. Now I want you to keep in mind that each of this is the feeling of each of the energies and also partly what they can do. Now water is cooling, drinking, moistening, cleansing, diluting, and excuse my spelling errors, and soothing. And air is lightning, floating, windy, blowing, soaring, uplifting, and playful. All right, let's see, can you guys see that okay? Okay, may have to zoom in here so you guys can see what's going on. All right. Hopefully that's better for you guys. Okay. All right. Now, with fire, it's heating, expanding, consuming, drying, energizing, transforming, and brightening. Now, you guys all know that the energy of the spirit has more than enough energy, like just contained within the soul, and it's also part of the body's energy. So I'm not going to list the feelings of that one for now, but I'm going to expand upon what these actually do here. And thank you for bearing with me on this. And I apologize if this is a little warning, but you need to know this. All right. Now, fire here. Fire is, as it says, heating, expanding, consuming, drawing, energizing, transforming, brightening. Now, what does that exactly all mean? Like, if I was to, like, let's say I'm wanting to transform a disease in a person, like, I'm going to use elemental energy of fire to transform that person's disease. Or if I'm trying to heal like a bone of some sort, I'm going to use very thick, oh, I forgot to add one thing in here, strengthening. But what this allows you to do with earth is, like, for example, if I had a broken bone, I can use this energy to heal the broken bone because it puts it puts the bone back into place, and it's going to strengthen that bone. So if you can imagine, the bone is here, it's broken or whatever, but what'll happen is as you get the bone with that energy, and since it's more of a slowing and also a strengthening and solidifying energy, the bone begins to compress and come back together. Now, there's some more advanced methods you can do, but that's the basic idea. And for fire, as you can imagine, you know, fire, you're transforming the energy of the disease. So for, let's say water. Water is a very cooling energy. It's pretty much like if you have like inflammation of any sort, you can use that energy to cool the inflammation down, or if they have toxins of any kind, you can dilute it, and it's very soothing kind of energy. And I'm going to go back to here so you guys can see that again. All right, so as you guys can see, it's very cooling, shrinking, moistening, cleaning, diluting, and soothing. Now, air for that last one. Air is a lot more of an energy that is for emotional healing, more to say. It's like, let's say someone's felt very chained down or something like that, or they don't feel like they have any power in their life. That's one more of an energy where you're going to want to uplift them and make them feel free, playful, and feeling like they can expand in their life, not be kind of just contained here, all compressed, where like sometimes you feel like when you have no power in your life, you're going to feel very compressed down here in your stomach, and it's going to feel very tight, like you can't do anything about what's happening in your life. And by the way, if you guys have any questions so far, I do have the Q&A open here. Let's see, any questions so far? Okay, Q&A. Do I have you? Okay, no questions at the moment. Now, for some other types of energy here, and I'll get to spirit in a bit. Some of the other energies you have are, like, you have, I'll look at my notes here that I wrote. You have, like, space. That's another type of energy. Like this, like you got space itself, you got the cosmos, stars, black holes, all those types of energies you can mess with. And they're very powerful and sometimes can be a little difficult to control for some people. And what happens to them is, like, when you have too much energy from the cosmos flowing through you and you're not used to it and you're not able to keep it centered and grounded within you, what can happen is, like, that person can be what I like to call a space cadet. They can be very out of their body. They can't pay attention, and they're just like, Their head is very up in the clouds. So if you're going to be using cosmos energy, you need to make sure that it's very grounded within you. So where, as I said with my God grounding video, you need to have the energy grounded here, connected to the earth, but also pulling in here. So you can have the energy of the spirit coming in, but you can also have that cosmos energy coming in as well. And, you know, depending on what you're using it for, you know, you're actually going to be using it for a variety of methods. Like some people like to use them for upgrades. Some people like to give them knowledge, information of any sort. So like, let's say I wanted to like help someone, give them an ability or attune them to a specific energy that not many people know about, or I haven't attuned myself yet. I could use the energy from that source, wherever it's from, and have it flow through me and into the person and attune them to that energy so they know the feeling of that energy. Now, another one is dimensional energy. It's ever changing, it's fluid, it's bright, it's kind of glowy. And dimensional energy, that's a bit of a tough one to explain. It's more of an energy that has a lot of information in it, and it's kind of an energy that's an evolving energy. So when you take it in, it kind of changes you. Same with the space kind of energy, but dimensional energy even more so. So if you could imagine, like, as the energy comes into a person, or the energy is interacting with a person's environment. So like, we're here on this earth, we already have a lot of the information inside us, the feminine energy. And what that is allowing us is, like, through the masculine energy, we're drawing the other energies in to us to help keep evolving and transforming as a part of Source's whole quest to keep knowing more and more. And, you know, some people don't like the whole thing with Source or whatever, but, you know, say what you like, but you are Source energy within inside. You have the knowledge. You only need to look within to find it. And a lot of people can't shift their awareness to that because they think with their heads a lot, and they don't feel through, like, things. They don't feel what could happen. They don't pay attention to the feelings around them that they get. They're just kind of just watching passively. So if you're actually having your energy out there and just a bit of ways from you, and you're actually paying attention, you actually can begin to feel that. And I realize I got a bit off track here. But anyway, let's see. Is there anyone in the Q&A so far? Q&A. No questions so far. And if you guys do have any questions so far, you can post your questions in the Q&A. Now, another type of energy that a lot of people aren't aware of is the energy of deities. Energies of deities are very interesting, and in a way, like, I call it magic in a way. And then again, all energy is magic in the first place. And whether it's the church using it or an energy worker, Reiki healer, it's magic in all through and through. Some people call it energy, some people call it magic. The terms are interchangeable. And so what magic is defined as is energy at a source, whether it's from you or from your environment or from a deity. So yes, the church does use magic to a degree whenever they bless things, or when they're, like, when the apostles in the Bible, they would lay their hands on a person, they were allowing a deity's energy to flow through them and into the person for whatever that blessing or change was. Or for Reiki, they're being the conduit for that energy flowing through them and into the person, and allowing the energy to do the work of whatever sort they were doing. So whether it's the church or anything else, we all use magic, guys, to a degree. And whether it's through prayer, like, even prayers are magic, because What prayer is, it's intentional energy towards something. When a thought is directed, it's directed as some form of energy, even if it's weak. Like, you've heard about the law of attraction. The more you draw the negative in, like you're a very negative person, the more you're going to draw negative things to you. And for your very positive person, the more positive things are being attracted to you. And there's some other factors like soul contracts and what your soul needs to learn through it all. But there's a even balance between the light and the dark. All right. And if there's not too many more questions, I think this will be a pretty short video here. Now, let's see, what have I not touched on yet? Oh, one thing I was going to touch on here is, like, I didn't touch on it earlier, and I said I was, the energy of the spirit. Like, you all know that you have energy that is chi or ki, or what is the other term for that? Prana and qigong. There's so many terms for it. I just call it energy because it's a universal term rather than every other term out there. Now, you have chi energy, and that's very good. It's the energy of your body that you take in, and that's the energy that the body has. But the energy of the spirit is the energy that is taken from your soul, or spirit, so to say, that's connected to your soul. And so what can happen is when you tap into that energy, you're actually tapping into the energy of the spirit soul. That energy can be a bit harder to tap because people have to shift wherever they're drawing their energy from the soul or from the spirit. And to do that, you have to get into like a state of mind that is more of the lower frequencies, like I think what it was, like theta waves or delta waves. There's so many different kinds of waves, but you get into the lower brain waves, into a more meditative state of some kind, and that's when you begin to more intuitively access that energy rather than just the body's energy that you normally use every day. And now the energy from the spirit and the soul is extremely powerful, extremely powerful. It's just a bit more difficult to access. Now, you can access it more consciously when you get more practice and you begin to integrate the three minds of, okay, I'm going to draw it up here for you guys. Paint, yeah. Okay, paint, going to share the screen with you guys. All right, let's say you have three minds here, okay? 1, 2, and 3. Okay, you got three different minds here. You've got your conscious mind. I'm just going to say your everyday mind. I can't seem to spell tonight. Okay. And you've got the psychic mind. And then finally, your spirit's mind. Now, between all three of these, like, you have your everyday mind, which is just, everything, like this is the mind you can access your chi from and everything. The psychic mind is more geared towards, like the different elemental energies and such. But the spirit mind is more access towards the soul's energy. And now, once you get these energies these minds to begin to overlap, then you can start to actually get them together. Well, they're going to overlap anyway. So one's going to erase each other. Well, they're not going to erase each other, right? They're all overlapping here. So what's happening here is the minds become one. So instead of one mind, you have all three minds together integrated. So where there's no longer any separation. And what does that mean, really? Like, am I source? Well, in a way you are. But you don't have to be flighty. You don't have to be like ultra spiritual. You can be human. And being very human is good. And sometimes the conscious mind does spread out a little bit from this once you get to this area, and same with the psychic mind, but they stay relatively together and more so as you begin to integrate them all into one thing. And you become source energy, or a source of whatever you like. Call it. Okay. Now, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video so far. I don't see any questions at the moment here. And I hope you guys really enjoy this video. If you have any questions so far, leave them down below in the comments, like, subscribe, and I'm going to wait one more minute and I am going to talk about some future videos that are coming up here. So I've got my third eye video coming out here soon, and I'm still working on the history of magic, and I'm using new software to kind of make them a bit more high quality than just these hangouts here. So they're taking a lot longer than I thought they would. And I'm using new software plus my 14-hour work days. So on top of that, I've got my work pretty cut out for me. So that's why I haven't gotten videos out as much, guys. I'm sorry. Really wish I could have them more out for you guys, but yeah. But if any of you guys have any questions about this energy, and I'm sorry if I've not been very clear on what I was saying, because I'm a little tired from all the work I've been putting in. Anyways, thank you so much, guys. Anyways, like, subscribe, have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Tell me if you guys want any new videos out there. Let me know. And I have my Facebook page, which I'll put in the description below. Anyways, have a great day.